My dear child, you cannot measure your progress in one day, and you cannot doubt your efforts just because the results are not showing up yet. Growth at a time is a slow and invisible process. So perhaps life has not been easy for you lately, and you feel like there is no way you can get out of it. So maybe making it through each day has become a stressful and difficult journey. So don't lose hope. Look back on the part of your life that you have already lived, and you will see that there were days harder than these, and yet you have found a way through them. So take a courage from that, and you may not feel that way today, but you are strong enough. My friend, start believing in you again. So, my child, know that if you ever feel like you have reached the end, I hope you will look back and see the courage and the strength you have shown to make it this far, my friend. So I hope you will see how tiny this difficult phase of your life is when you compare it to the life of possibilities you still have ahead. So I hope you will take those seasons of your life as a learning phase and allow your hardships to help you grow stronger and braver version of yourself. So maybe it is too difficult to find hope, right? No, maybe nothing is working out for you at this stage. But remember this, with the change of time, the season of your life will change as now. So while a dark winter of life that you are going through today will bloom into the honors of spring again. Here is your confirmation that you are going in the right direction, and you made important sacrifices that have raised you into a elevated vibration. You attract what you are in harmony with, raise your inner frequency, and your entire outer reality will be enhanced. So this is universal law. If you are ready to go to the next level spirituality, mentally and physically, it requires an inner transformation. So create visions of who you dream of being, and when something happens in someone's life and when they worry about it, you will say to them, you do not have to worry about anything. Trust God. God has a plan for you. If God allows something to happen in your life, then it is for your good. But when it comes to your life, will you do without hearing from others and what you had said to them in your life? So, like when something happens in your life, and what will you do? Will you first worry by facing it, or will you first trust me by facing it? Just think about it. Faith in me is what you need more. So, my child, know that. I will never disappoint those who hope in me, those who believe in me. You know about Daniel, Joseph, Abraham, David, Hannah, Esther. In the middle of all the things they faced and they believed in me. So they believed that I would answer their prayers at the right time, and I never disappointed them. I only blessed them with blessings that I have stored for them and at the right time. So I know that you believe in me and I will never disappoint you. Have a faith in me and I will never lie. So, my child, know that you know why you are constantly feeling off because you keep allowing your mind, heart, and spirit to run off in different directions. So, stop confusing your soul, and it already feels imbalanced as it is. You need to pause for a second. You need to sit with yourself and talk to the divine person within. You need to harmonize your thoughts, feelings, and energy so that the blessings you want to attract can make a stronger connection with you. So, study the patterns of your journey, and it always sends you tests that leaves you questioning your worth right before you are about to level up. And remember that a little bit of balance and a lot of faith in the universe can bring you closer to your dreams than ever before. So try it and see. So, my child, know that sometimes we think that life is not in our favor because what we really wanted has not worked out. So, but that is when we need to have utmost faith that everything happening at that particular moment is not only in our favor. So, but it is what is meant for us, and it might not make sense to us right then or even weeks and months down the line. But one day we will look back at this time and be grateful that what we wanted did not happen. So, because on that day we will understand that not only did everything work out for the best, but that it always does, it has to. So, my child, know that. Do you realize how powerful you are, and you will come face to face with your dream life? So, your daily dedication to get a little better each day is paying off, and don't let the minor setbacks discourage you. Instead, transmute these setbacks into learning lessons, and a mistake repeated is a choice. So make the conscious efforts to learn from your mistake and consistently make progress towards your dreams. So your persistent and consistent efforts pays off. So there are forces beyond your awareness that are here to help you achieve your dreams, and to serve the world at a greater capacity. So, when you rise into your higher potential, you not only help yourself, but you help the entire world. So, like a stone cast into the ocean, and the ripples of change will be felt across the entire universe. And when you heal and consciously move higher along the path of development, all whom come in contact with you will grow. My child, know that. Let your positive thoughts influence the energy around you, and let your negative thoughts disappear back into the other they come from. So observe your thoughts objectively and then decide which ones are worth internalizing and which ones need to be thrown out. So you have full permissions from the universe to discard anything and that does not feed your spirit positive energy. So including your own perception to elevate your mindset at any point in time, transcend above the thoughts and that are trying to weight you down. So don't embody them, and it is no coincidence that the direction of your journey is heavily dependent on the content of your mind. And when the level of trust you have in your process supersedes the amount of fear, you have to move forward, and the tables turn effortlessly in your favor and reset your mind and reset the journey. So, my child, know that it is okay to want certain people to be a part of your life, but if you have to force them to appreciate you, please don't see yourself as a bad person for wanting to take a step back. There are people who will align with you. There are people who will laugh to the same silly jokes as you. There are people who will not ask you to any more than you already are. But even if there are people who you would not have a strong connection with, please remember that a one sided connection is not a connection, it is a chase. And if that chase leaves you feeling unappreciated, unloved, and unwelcome, then you owe it to yourself to find somebody that does. So you owe it to yourself to find somebody that does not ask you to chase them, because you staying is more than they could ever ask for. So, my child, know that. Don't deny your strength. Being alive is proof that you are so much more than you think. You thought you could not live, you keep living, you are bigger than any battle in your mind you are fighting. So the strength within you can get you through anything. Everyone has thought about avoiding life. So everyone has thought about giving up, everyone has thought about disappearing from the world. it is human nature to want comfort. You are not lazy just because you want to be carefree. So you are not powerless in the face of adversity. You have to know that it is not your fault. So it is not who you are that cause suffering. It is your thinking, and you are not your thoughts. You are not your brain. So you are not your feelings, you are not your pain, you are a powerful being. You have been through a lot. Forgive yourself for having difficult thoughts and feelings. Forgive yourself for letting your brain control you. Forgive yourself for carrying your pain, and don't blame yourself for your struggles. So let go of thoughts that weight you down, and you will win the war in your mind. Change the way you think, and your life will change. Life is not about struggling and suffering, it is about transcending the brain and transforming pain into strength. So, progress can be subtle and requires patience. It is so quiet you may not notice when you made it to where you want to go. So, before you know it, the dark days will be behind you and the dreams you worked on will surround you. Yes, growth can be exhausting, but rest if you need, so don't quit. Trust that you are always moving forward, and where you stand today will be behind you tomorrow. So keep going. You get to a point where you realize that you are no longer interested in investing your energy in people who leave you guessing about their feelings. The ones who do not express their true thoughts and ask you to analyze the little things in order to understand what is on their mind. And after a point, you don't want to play that game where the other person acts like they are interested 1 minute and treats you like you mean nothing the next. So, where what they say rarely matches the way they make you feel, and to have to guess and connect the dots of how a person really thinks and feels about you. And it is too much a task, and you should not have to do that. You deserve clarity, you deserve someone telling you how they feel and acting the same way without making you doubt your place in their life constantly. So, my child, know that you would not be able to heal if you keep pretending everything is fine. Your emotions deserve to be expressed. Your messy feelings might not be comfortable, but they are essential to moving on. You need to process them in order, and you would not be able to heal if you keep rushing yourself. You are not meant to get over a relationship overnight, and this is going to take some time, so be gentle with yourself. Don't put your healing on a timeline. You are going to get over them eventually. You are going to feel okay again sooner than you think. Just keep trusting yourself and loving yourself to heal from. My child, know that. Do whatever you need to do to ensure that you like this person. Respect your own boundaries. Listen when your intuition is speaking. Trust the voice of your higher self over the false chatter of your mind. Unlearn what you have been conditioned to believe. So unfold yourself from shallow boxes, protect your peace at all cost. Walk away from where you are not valued, remind yourself of your worth. Say no to negativity, say yes to what lifts you up, and make the choices that align with your integrity. Be honest with yourself even when it hurts. Especially when it hurts life so firmly rooted in your purpose that your faith in your light, the very heart of your existence, became unshakable. And this is not selfish, this is honoring the deepest part of your soul. Discovering the love you have been seeking in other people was there all along. So, this is making your corner of the earth a more beautiful place to be while you are here. So, my child, know that there is beauty in simplicity, in watching the sun rise and set without rushing to be elsewhere. In savoring your morning coffee before running out the door, in wholesome conversations with one person as opposed to making small talk with 10. So, in going for a walk, not to lose weight but to soak in your surroundings, to see beauty and magic where others cannot. A slow, simple life with a small home, filled not with material items that clutter both your external and internal worlds, but that is filled with love. One that evokes peace and tranquility, a sense of calm, subtract the meaningless and leave only space for the meaningful. Forgetting about tomorrow's worries and focusing instead on the joy of today. So, there is a beauty in simplicity, in making space for the things that matter most, in overflowing with experience and stories and gentle moments that take your breath away. So, my child, know that. Don't waste your energy trying to convince those who are deliberately trying to misunderstand you. So, some people are so blinded by their fears and ego, and that they became absolutely close minded. So, generational gap is another thing that comes in the way. Years of conditioning puts people inside a box. So, when they don't have any awareness, it becomes next to impossible to bring a change in their consciousness as it is an inside job. You can't force higher consciousness on someone, it blooms from within through deep inner work and unrevealing the layers of your own ego. It is best to share your energy with people who are open minded, and it is not even about convincing others. So it's just about sharing your higher consciousness with others so that a spark is created in their spirit and they can embark on their own journey towards awakening. My child, know that the emptiness that you feel is the space being clear for amazing and new blessings to enter your life. And you have gone through many deaths and rebirths energetically, and the next level requires you to keep trusting. So, no real changes will be experienced as your future potential, and if you keep ignoring or running away from working on your own vibration in the present moment, your present moment decides your future. And if you feel unmotivated or low, don't be hard on yourself. Celebrate every small step forward, and you are immensely supported. Trust that. So today is not just another day, it is special. Today is the day when someone will meet the love of their life, and when someone decide to leave a toxic relationship, when someone makes a major breakthrough in their life, and when someone starts the healing process. Every day is a special and sentimental today, and every day that follows hold unlimited potential and power. So, what you start today has the potential to change your life for the better. Remind yourself of the power and the positive potential that each moment holds. So, and how you can use any of them to start prioritizing living your best life as your best self. So it will happen again. It is not over, it is not the end, but only the very beginning. The pieces will all fall together and everything will be back on track. So you will smile again, you will fall in love again, you will find yourself again, and you will feel like yourself again. So you will get a job again, you will laugh again, you will feel again, and you will get up back again. You will have those moments where you understand why everything happened for a reason. And here is two beautiful new beginnings. In any moment you choose, try again. So keep going, a new dawn is here for you, a beautiful soul. My child, know that you spent a lifetime caring for others, always looking out for everyone outside of yourself, and look, that is a beautiful thing. You should still do that, but this time you recognize the importance of not overlooking yourself first. So my child, know that your cup is just a cup. If it is not overflowing, you have to spoil you, not just financially, but the peace of mind that comes with not bearing everyone else's stress and needs. And stable you is beneficial to everyone. A thriving you is essential in this path of liberation and prosperity. So, dear God, Father God, I pray for your guidance, protection, and strength today. And if I am faced with any pressure, remind me that the battle is yours. So I pray when I am weary that I may be refreshed, when I am worn, may I be renewed. So when I am broken, may I be restored. When I am fearful, may I become faithful. I pray that I walk in complete confidence today, knowing that the Lord Almighty is with me and you will never forsake me, because I am deeply loved and chosen by you. I trust the path you will lead me on today, a path that will bring me closer to you and glorify your name. In Jesus' almighty name I pray, Amen. So, Lord God, we glorify your name. How we wish our voices could ring out over all the world, telling of the great things you have done for us, praising you that we can come to you in Jesus Christ, that we can worship, honor, and thank you for all your goodness. Safeguard all your children so that they hold to faith and remain true to the message of the gospel. So may we thank and praise you for all you have done this day and for your working in the hearts of many people who are still unknown to us. Your spirit rules and call people to bring them to you, and the Father in heaven watch over us and continue to bless us, help us who belongs to your people, and protect us through the night. Amen. So, God of compassion, God of dignity and strength, watch over the veterans of our blessed nations who have served with loyalty and at great sacrifice. So, bless them with wholeness and love, shelter those who are in want, heal those who bear wounds, comfort the hearts of those who have lost friends and family, and bring peace to all who are haunted by the terrible memories of war. So protect them and their families from loneliness and want. Grant them lives of joy and bounty, and may their dedication and honor, which have shielded us from tyranny, be remembered as a blessing from generation to generation. So, my child, know that be the person who cares even if it is too much. Be the person who loves, and be the person who sees the good in each soul you cross path with. So be the person who spreads kindness, be the person who checks in on the people who have not been themselves lately. Be the person who sends a text to someone close to you to let them know you are thinking of them. Be the person who makes you loved one feel important and appreciate each day. Be the person who listens someone, who understands someone, who is genuinely happy for the people around them, and be someone who does not hold other back but encourages them to grow and be everything they dream to be. So be the person who helps the people you care about without hesitation and who does not expect anything in return. Be the person you know you are, even though you have been hurt before, by being exactly as you are, by being too loving, too caring, too available, too much. Be the person you were born to be, and do not let the actions of others take away at the most beautiful qualities you could ever find in a person. So be the person who believes that the only way to attract all the people who are meant for you is to exactly who you are. My child, know that. Everything changes when you decide you want more for yourself, want to know why some people experience success. So, because they decide they will want to know why some people experience a loving relationship, because they decide they will be in one. So maybe you have experienced hardship for so long that it feels impossible to imagine anything different, yet I promise you, you are more powerful than you. So think when it feels hard to imagine, it just means you get to practice more. It will get easier when you decide your whole reality morphs based on that decision. Choose better, you are an incredible being, and it's time for you to believe in the walking miracle that you are. So, my child, know that your emotions are not something to be ashamed of or worried about. In fact, they are a wonderful and natural part of who you are. So, being able to feel deeply, to connect with your heart, is a beautiful gift that sets you apart. It is important to understand that there is no such thing as being too emotional. Your ability to experience and express emotion is a strength, not a weakness. It allows you to form deep connections with others, to empathize with their struggle, and to truly appreciate the world around you. So sometimes society may try to convince you that being emotional is a flaw or a burden, but let me assure you it is not. So, in a world that often encourages detachment and emotional numbness, your capacity to feel deeply is a rare and beautiful quality, and it means you can appreciate the subtleties of life, finding beauty in the simplest of moments, and deriving meaning from the most profound experiences. So, being emotional does not mean you are too sensitive or fragile. It means you have the courage to face your feelings head on and to embrace vulnerability. It takes strength to let your heart guide you, to be open to the depths of human experience and both the joy and the sorrows. So, embrace your emotions with open arms. So let them guide you, teach you, and help you grow. Your emotional nature is a valuable part of who you are, and it is meant to be celebrated, cherished, and shared with the world. So remember, you are never alone in your feelings, and they are never a burden. They are a beautiful reflection of who you are. So I hope you realize someday soon that I have always loved you and that I have been watching from the shadows while you shine all on your own. So I can tell you are someone special, and I would hate to ruin your sacred circle, but I can't stop myself from falling. I'm losing my nerve a little each day, and I see you in the crowded halls, and I'm losing my patience. But I can't stand the thought of losing you forever, so I keep these feelings quiet. I keep the affairs close to my heart silent because I know it would leave permanent damage and if it was all one sided. So, my child, know that sustained joy arise and acknowledging and embracing the internal struggles, fears, and pain within while consciously choosing to cultivate a sense of presence and gratitude. Many people who share bliss like happiness have traversed the depths of their souls and come face to face with despair. And the spirit expansion is always exponential. And when your capacity for suffering increases, so does your capacity for peace. And the longer you are willing to go toe to toe with your dreams, the friendlier they became. And the sooner you will realize they are internalized experiences that need to be recognized and released. Happiness is your natural state of being. So, searching for it is the journey, is discovering what stands in its way and understanding what part of your being is blocking the natural flow of love and joy. So, the search for joy is finding where unhappiness lives in your heart, mind, and body so that you may love it and learn from it. And this can be a very uncomfortable experience, but it is closer to happiness than denying, neglecting, and suppressing the suffering that blocks it. So sometimes happiness looks like a highlight reel, sometimes it is teardrops on a journal page, sometimes it is a playlist on an empty road, and sometimes it is a goodbye or a new hello. Sometimes it is walking away from everything you know and taking step towards the new you. And happiness may look different for everyone, but we can all move closer to it by integrating our bad experiences with the good and understanding we can hold space for multiple. So, even contradictory emotional experiences and a willingness to witness the beauty, love, and growth in all things. So, my child, know that. I hope that in every heartbreak, lost love, rejection, and quiet and loud departures, you find gratitude for what remained. So, I hope you recognize that beautiful things bloom despite inadequate light. There is a resounding level of courage in recognizing how privileged you were to have experienced relationships that were the opposite of everything you imagined them to be. You journeyed through relationships that made you learn about yourself, your ability to carry hope with softness, exudes love from behind your eyelids and through your fingertips, and revive a hurt through your words. Your experience revealed your capacities, your willingness to take risks and step into a realm that keep you raw and real even when you fail to receive the same. So, the truth is, every connection is not meant to blossom into something beautiful, and that is okay, and it is what emerges out of it that matters. It is the unfolding and becoming of you, and it is the clearing of the path to make room for beauty about to stay. To the one struggling right now, to the one who may be having a hard day, week, or even years thus far, to the one who feels like the storm will never end, to the one who is hanging on to fate by a thread, keep fighting for you. Don't worry about your friends or your family right now. Focus you, keep holding on because deep down you're here. That whisper that says you were meant for far more than this sadness and pain you are feeling. Keep fighting because the enemy does not get to win. So, not today, not ever. Keep fighting because you will get there and it will all be worth it. So, everyone has expectations of you, or it feels that way. Your spouse, family, boss, church, society, even expecting a certain outfit from you, money, time, your looks, and body. So, it can be exhausting, but here is the deal. Their expectations are theirs. They can choose to expect all they want and choose to be disappointed too, and that is on them. And if you are good with you and good with God, then all is well. There is no pressure if you don't accept it. You do you, unaffected, and let everyone else think what they may. So, my child, know that Jesus is the only way to heaven. Religion does not get you to heaven. Going to church does not get you to heaven. Works don't get you to heaven. So, Jesus is the only way to heaven. Trust in Jesus. Give your life to Jesus. Believe that Jesus died for your sins and truly live for Him. Putting your faith and trust in Jesus is the only way to heaven. Jesus said to him, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me, John. And for there is one God and there is one meditator between God and man, the man Christ Jesus, who gave himself as a ransom for all, which is the testimony given at the proper time. And there is salvation is no one else, for there is no other name under heaven given among men by which we must be saved. So So, situations can shift as soon as you start entertaining another scenario with your thoughts, and it does not have to take a long time. And the sooner you can redirect your thoughts to refocusing on a more loving outcome, and the sooner physical reality takes a positive turn. So, all that you could ever desire is already present and only waits to be matched by your beliefs, but it must be matched, for that is the necessary condition by which alone and it can be activated or objected. And matching the beliefs of a state is the seeking that finds, the knocking to which it is open, the asking that receives, go in and possess the land. The moment man matches the beliefs of any state, he fuses with it, and this union results in the activation and projection of its plots, plans, dramas, and situations. So, my child, know that probably most of us struggle with people pleasing when healthy people pleasers are considerate, compassionate, kind, adaptable, helpful, spiritually sensitive, and devoted to God. But when unhealthy people pleasers lose themselves, match other people's moods, get taken advantage of, fall into patterns of rescuing people, and take on burdens they are not meant to carry, and unwillingly enable other people to be irresponsible. At its root, people pleasing is a coping mechanism to manage feeling insecure in relationships, but in the end, it does not really work. We can't have healthy, secure relationships without a healthy sense of self and personal boundaries. So, the good news is we can learn to get free from our patterns of people pleasing, and it starts with straightening our personal boundaries and identity. So, to have good boundaries means you can say no to what is not good and yes to what is good. It is important to have the words and confidence to say no if you feel pressured by someone, have a different opinion, or are tempted to do something unwise or unloving. Developing the courage to say no is like building a muscle, and it takes practice, but you can't do it alone. Boundaries are relational. The power to say no or assert your true self in good ways comes from saying yes to participating in a loving relationship. In other words, healthy boundaries are really about healthy self identity. The most important thing to do to moderate your people pleasing is to develop relationship of mutual empathy. On the receiving side, you need to be known for your true self with your insecurities and experience the grace of being loved. And at the same time, meditate and pray about your identity increase, read the promise of the Bible, and apply them to yourself as a student of Jesus. Then, when someone listens to you, rubs your shoulders, lands a helping hand, or prays blessing on your smile, and say thank you to the person and to God who is loving you through that person. My child, know that the hard truth is that we are often softened and deepened by the moments life does not turn out the way we anticipated, and the way we hope, and the way we plan. So, the truth is that we learn more from what we do not receive than what we do, and the truth is that the contrast makes us more whole than we were before. So the heaviness sensitizes us in such a way that we come to comprehend the light, the valleys in our lives can either be a waiting room, a suffering, or a preparation period. So we get to choose what we do with defeat. We get to decide whether or not what hurts will simply burden and then jade us, or if it will catalyze us, if we will alchemize a sometimes spiritual reality into an appreciation of our temporary strings, gorgeous, fleeting, several, confusing, perfect, chaotic, ecstatic, damn alive. And what else us give us a chance to better understand and empathize with what it really means to be human. And though none of us will ever meet a day in which the pain is resolved forever, we can arrive at one where the easy arise more often. So, where we channel that hurts into that heals, where we became more of who we intend to be and not less, where we are not disordered by what has not gone our way, but inspired by the spirit inspired inside us, still fighting, still nudging, still pushing us to realize, and there is so much more than this, and there is so much more to see. So, my child, know that. Taking responsibility for everything that happens to you is key to having power over your reality, and it can be easy to do when things are going well. So, but in tough times, it can be tempting to blame others by taking control of your own reality. The concept of being a victim disappears, and you gain the power to create the life you want. And this shift can be difficult because it means giving up familiar emotions and habits, but true power comes from acknowledging that you create your own reality and taking ownership of the consequences of your choices. When you constantly understand this, you have the power. My child, know that. The truth is, some people will never love you as deeply as you are able to love them, and it is not a reflection of anything you are doing wrong. It is a reflection of trying love you don't want to give up and on that is noble of you. But the right love will feel effortless for what is returned. So it is kind of like in everything you pour into someone's glass who is meant will never feel empty because they are refilling your cup with the same thing. And the truth is some people will never hear you no matter how loud you speak, and it is has nothing to do with whether or not you are articulate, but rather where someone is on the other end of listening and what they are willing to take in and hear. We cannot convince others of what we think to be our truth. All we can do is live it. And the truth is, we cannot force people to feel things as deeply as we do. All we can do is meet them with empathy and understanding, even if they are not there yet. It is not your job is to break through emotional chambers and past walls they have put up in what they think is protection. Because all walls do is force people out of the places where their touch could heal things and places that are most broken. But when you combine those three things that make you who you are, that loving deeply, the ability to feel everything to the core, and your ability to listen without judgment, and what you will come across are the people you need. My child know that the best kind of people are like sunshine, and they are warm and brighten your soul with their light. They love unconditionally, they are soft and gentle with your heart and soul. They make you smile with just their presence. So they know when something is not right without you having to say anything at all. They are accountable and take responsibility for their actions. They respect other humans. They are kind. They let you be yourself and respect you as you are. They forgive others instead of seeing revenge. They are patient with your struggles. They are there for you. No matter the situations, they make you feel safe, loved, and understood. They teach you new things. They find happiness in your happiness. They know that actions speak louder than words. They show you that you are loved and reassure you when you need it. They are honest and genuine. They hold space for you to feel your feelings without judgment. They are present with you and they bring sunshine to you today. So, my child, know that. The world teaches that everything is on the outside, that your success or failure depends upon where you live and the church you attend and your school or college education. This they believe because they do not know Jesus Christ, who is their own wonderful human. My child, know that we need to feel our emotions and internalize the compassion of someone who feels our distress, validates our emotion, and expects us as we are. Empathy heals loneliness, fear, and shame. And it is the key to conflict resolution. It is the vehicle for the life of God to infuse a soul. Rejoice with those who rejoice and mourn with those who mourn. That is empathy, and that is God's perfect love flowing through a person to comfort another distress. Without empathy, it is difficult for us to grow as a disciple of Jesus, be effective in our work, or have healthy relationship. Empathy looks like acting, listening, staying interested, being emotionally present, asking good questions, reflecting feelings, and being a faithful friend. It is expressed in soft eyes, mirror emotions, and warm words that lights up your brain cells and whole being with Christ embracing presence. In order for us to be able to offer empathy to people around us, we need to first absorb compassionate listening from God and others. So, a great place to start is so share honestly with a safe friend, pray an emotionally honest prayer, or read a plasma of lament. These are all ways we can breathe empathy as oxygen for our souls and learn to overflow it to others. I trust in the plans that the universe has for me. I trust that they are divine and beautiful. I trust that I am heading closer towards my highest self. I am faithful in my journey. I am faithful in the hand that guides and shapes the path that I am taking. I am faithful in my footsteps and where they are leading me. My heart has faith today and my soul is at peace. If you don't know my value from the start, I will not wait for you to recognize it. I would not waste my time trying to show you or convince you of my value. You not valuing me is my sign to walk away because I have been there, done that, and I will not go through it again. I believe their empathy words, apologies, and excuses went deep within. I did not matter to them. I clung onto their words when their actions show me otherwise. I have learned my values since, so I would not stick around for the. I now know that your inability to see my value has nothing to do with me, and I am either valued or I am gone. Perhaps your patience is a little stretched or things just does not seem to be going so well. For some reason, we all have those days, but the good news is this is just temporary and it will pass. And as you can see in the card to the right, the sun is shining, the dark gloomy clouds have broken. There is beautiful brilliant light again. So preserve and know that all will be well again. For others, this can mark a time of overcoming a challenge and feeling light and joyful again. There is hope and bright days are ahead. And the more you hold it in yourself, the more destructive it becomes, the more you repress it, and the more violent it becomes, and you will be taken unwillingly to places miserably devastated. So you would be expected to hold back all while comforting others, but these anticipations on your part reduces to lost soul. Building a place without being shown into its ruins will never be worthy. Maybe that place will have all that is amazingly desirable, yet it would lack the touch of deep love. Emotions tough makes you vulnerable but creates you too. Not every breakdown leaves one breathless. Some crashes puts you in the right place too. When years go by of you holding it back in the creeks, it neither allows growth nor releases tranquility. The whole world of yours crashing down will remain in process forever while some wounds recover in its space and needs to be left as it is, and time does not heal everything. There are obviously tones of revival damages that turns alignment when left on its own. Treat it then there. People grow arrogant and became extremely malicious after chasing the light from coming in. Right after the light comes in, you look back at darkness, realizing how pitiful you looked in there, that you were not ever supposed to be surviving, all covered in black. Even so, days became tragic. Round the last months of the year, but healing is invariably worth a chance. Life ultimately is just a testimony of how you visualize to and show up in pain. Vulnerabilities are strength, and courage lies in holding it up straight to the face. So, no cover, just pure grit. It is always consciously or subconsciously opting face off and not cowardice. Listen to accept when the universe closes the doors for you. We can't pray for the answers and keep trying to do our own thing. Trust that whatever is behind that door is no longer for you, no matter how hard it is to walk. Ask the universe for the strength, wisdom, and courage to move on. Stop looking back. You are not going that way. Repeat after me. I am worthy of the life I desire. I am walking into new opportunities everywhere I look, and everywhere I turn. Everything I touch will pave the way for new miracles to come into my life today. No weapon formed against me or my family shall prosper. Today I am walking with God and looking forward to receiving a divine supply of prosperity, success, and happiness. So today I am living my life like it's golden because it is. I now go forth to prosper throughout the rest of my day. So be it and so it is, and have a blessed day, evening, night, weekend, my loves. My child, know that Sri Krishna says that after innumerable births and deaths, those whose are wise surrender unto me, knowing me to be the cause of all causes and all that exist. Such great souls are very rare here. Ishvara is the supreme god, or you can spiritual inspiration. Sri Krishna pointed out that the wise devotee is special because he does not use Ishvara to gain anything else but Ishvara. He treats Ishvara no differently than his own self. Here Sri Krishna emphasizes the fact that such people who know that the ultimate cause of everything is Ishvara are extremely rare and exalted. In fact, it has taken from several lives worth of effort to get to this stage. The nature of this effort that has led to this vision of the wise devotee. This effort is of two types: in the dawning of knowledge that there is a single cause behind everything, and the surrender of one's ego to that single cause or Ishvara. There is no specific order in which these can happen first, but both are necessary, and the individual who has gone through so much effort to get to this stage is most certainly rare and privileged. Conclusion: it is not an easy thing for everyone to understand that what is there in this world, or more preciously, the universe, is nothing but all manifestation of the. It is not only difficult to find such people, as they are the rarest among the rare, and such people are called by the God as Mahatma. So, dear someone, know, meaning they saw you cry first, they held your hand when you walked along the sidewalk after school, and they held your heart as it broke for the first time. They told you they loved you, and you know they mean it. They laughed with you until your ribs ached and your lungs felt they would collapse. They gave you the cheek, and you know the little things mean something. They told you their secrets, and they keep every single one of yours. They believe in your dreams sometimes more than you did. They encouraged you and told you the truth. They taught you the healing power of forgiveness. They wanted to spend as much time as possible with you. Even when you saw each other the day before, they texted you back right away. And all night long, they loved you when you were young and still learning. When you were immature and reckless, they loved you at your best, your worst, and in between, despite what the world told you. They were never a placeholder until your real love come along. They were always first, and even as years go by and you grow up and grow apart. So I think a lot about what a first June rain can make you feel, and if the pitter patter lands on your shoulders while you are walking back home from work, it can make you curse the day. So, if the drizzle begins right after you have finished making your evening tea, you sit by the window and fall for it a lot more. And if the downpour leads to a power outage and takes away a lot of your saved work, and if the noise of it makes you feel your sadness louder, or if it is the cab guys canceling on you again and again, you sit back and hold your head in both your hands. Your feelings change as the month grows on you. You start to plan leaving from work as per the weather app, start timing your tea breaks and work on offline documents. You try and find small moments of happiness in the diesel and find a carpool partner. Some people we meet in our life are like the first rain of June. They can come off as too good to be true or downright annoying and unreasonable. But if we allow them some time, we understand them a lot better and find a way to bloom while they go on being themselves. So, thanks to June for teaching us a lot more about living and also for the rain. My child, no dad. Oh my goodness, and the amazing cards. Light again reflects reward, celebration, happiness, prosperity, and bliss. And it is your time to shine, and you could well end up in the spotlight today with something grace, humility, happiness, joy, gratitude, and of course, letting them inner light of your shine bright. Take back your power and bask in your own glow. Don't let others drill things down for you. This is said to be the best card in this deck. So bask it in and take its message with wide open arms. You deserve great things. Remember that. Keep on shining. My child, know that. Act Peter therefore was kept in prison, but prayer was made without ceasing of the church unto God for him. And when Herod would have brought him forth the same night, Peter, bound with two chains before the door, keep the prison. And behold, the angel of the Lord come upon him, and the light shined in the prison, and he smote Peter on the side and raised him up, saying, Arise up quickly. And these chains fell off from his hands, and the angel said unto him, and bind on their sandals. And so he did, and he said unto him, Cast the garment about thee, and follow me. And he went out and followed him, and wist not what it takes, through which was done by the angel, but thought he saw a vision. When they were past the first and the second ward, they come unto the iron gate that lead unto the city, which opened to them of his own accord, and they went out and passed on through one street, and forthwith the angel departed from him. Now about that time Herod the king stretched forth his hands for wax certain of the church, and he killed James of the brother of John with the sword. And because he saw it pleased the Jews, he produced further to take Peter also. Then were the days of unleavened bread, and when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to four quaternions of soldiers to keep him intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people. They love me until they don't need me anymore. When I'm no longer useful, they leave me and I'm left feeling hollow. I'm desperate to fill the void that lingers from their absence. They love me until they don't. Boredom, a temporary fixation that could never compare to others well out there in the world. It is scary how they all lose interest so easily and search for the next bristling diamond in the room. It's scary how quickly I hand over my trust before they are earned. And even after all the damage they have caused, I'm still a true optimist at heart. They shattered me into a million pieces on the floor, but I still believe the best in everyone. So I'm just more cautious more than I ever was because I refuse to be crushed again by anyone. Our fathers had the tabernacle of witness in the wilderness as he had appointed, speaking unto Moses that he should make it according to the fashion that he had seen. Which also our fathers that come after brought in with Jesus into the possession of the Gentiles, whom God drave out before the face of our fathers, unto the days of David, who found favor before God and desired to find a tabernacle for the God of Jacob. But Solomon built him an house, how with the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as said the prophet, heaven is my throne, and earth is my footstool. That house will build me, and the Lord, or what is the place of my rest? Hath not my hand made all these things? Type yes if you have faith and trust in God, and if you want your all wishes comes true, type amen. And if you like this video, please do subscribe my channel for more encouraging God wisdom's words.